Okay, now that we got the joint lit, welcome to the Hi Little Guy Show. If I didn't welcome you yet, or if this is your first episode. But a lot is going on in the world, and we have to remember our humanity first and foremost. That love and kindness is what surrounds us. When we do something out of that alignment, some people will say karma will smack you in the face. That's true. It will. Because the more you're in alignment with love and kindness, the more it's coming back to you, the more you want to give. It's just the nature of humanity. It's the nature of giving. Nobody ultimately wants to be a taker. We're only takers in the face of we have to survive and we don't think we can. Mainly, we're not going to have enough money. We're going to have too many healthcare bills. The house is going to foreclose. Whatever. I don't know what everybody else is dealing with. I'm not dealing with most of those, but money for sure. Love for sure. An absence of it. I need to surround myself with love. I need to reach out. It's not on people to do that for me. I have to be the one responsible for my experience of life. And my experience of life at the moment is I need love and money. Okay, well, what do I have to do to get that? Well, I have to obviously do things that earn money and do things that have me experience love. And that is the nature of how the world works. You give, you get. But you got to give first. And that's where the fear and the risk and the faith come in. Sorry, that was my knee if you heard that crack. Having love and faith and not knowing what's going to be can be exciting. It doesn't have to be scary. I think a lot of us think that the unknown is scary. Like, what if this happens? And why can't that happen? And what if Trump gets elected? And what if Russia does this to the Ukraine? And what if World War III happens? And what if Biden gets elected? What if whoever and whatever, fill in the blank, anything, it doesn't matter. All that is a distraction from our humanity. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten that we have the say. Let this shirt be a representation of a snake, and let's transform intellectually, consciously, through telepathy even, spiritually, however you want to connect. We must connect through love and kindness, and we must give it. So if you're not giving it, here's a call to give it. If you're afraid to give it, well, here's a chance to confront your fear. If you are giving it, can you give more? How much more can you give? The joy in giving comes when you see someone's reaction to the kindness. They'll ultimately want to be kind back. It's the same way that, you piss somebody off, you're gonna piss them off. Like attracts like. So if we want love, we must be loving. We must care for each other. We must not let the government separate us by their categories. We are human beings. Period, in the end. There isn't this many black votes and that many this votes and this many Hispanic votes. And who gives a fuck? Why are we even paying attention to that? Why do we even care? Why are we counting anything? Let's just eliminate what the government shouldn't be doing, and let the government get back to what it should be doing, which is in following that everyone follows the rules that we, the people, create. Now, I will tell you, there are so many fucking rules in this world that don't make sense, that are still intact, that I've experienced anything to deal with the government. In fact, I'll tell you a story. A client of mine, his wife had died. And we only had a photocopy of the death certificate, so I went to go get more copies of the original because He's incapacitated. I had power of attorney. Blah, 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 blah. I drove all the way downtown in Los Angeles. I went to wherever you get the death certificates. I argued with 3 women that I had my driver's license, the copy of the power of attorney, a bill from the guy's house, his driver's license, his social security card. I had a copy of the death certificate I wanted. I had the application filled out. None of them would budge. I get it. You're the government. But then they give me the website in which I can go order it myself. That I just have to wait 18 to 20 days, I think it was. Now, mind you, at the time, I just needed it that day so I can go sell a car. I just needed the original death certificate for the car company. They wouldn't budge. So anyway, long story short, it's like, why do we make it so hard? It's like, we gotta chill out. We gotta breathe. We gotta take it back a step. We can't just be angry. Or if we're angry, talk to somebody about it. Get help. Therapy. It works. I'm in it. Words move people. Conscious thinking moves people. Intentions move people. Power comes from within. Nobody gives you power. We were born into this inherited conversation called, this is how the world works. No, that's how you guys created the world work and are trying to fool me into thinking that's how it works, when in doubt. You know how the world works? Go do whatever the fuck you want to do, whenever the fuck you want to do it, with whomever you want to do it with. As long as you ain't hurting nobody or pissing anybody off, have fun. Go ahead. Now, when someone gets a little irritated and there's a kerfuffle, let's say, is that a word? I don't know. Okay, a policeman can come and help separate and calm down the people. That's the job of the government. Not to get involved, not to tell me what book I can't give my kid or read to the kid, whether my wife or daughter can have an abortion, whether, fuck you, that's nothing. No. We need to disband the government as we know it and reinvent it. There, I said it. And I'll smoke to that. The people, you, I, we have to awaken. We have to stand up. World War III is imminent if we sit back and let it happen, because our tax dollars are paying for this war that we should not be involved in unless it gets worse. Let the people in the fight handle themselves. We're all grown-ups. We could all handle ourselves. Nobody needs to get involved. Just let everybody chill out. They want to have a fight? Let them have a fight. Don't bring in more people and focus all on war so that all we create is war. And World War III just happens to show up because somebody else got pissed off over there, that we were helping them over there, or something happens over there. It doesn't make sense. I do not want my tax dollars going to pay for a war that I don't believe in. I don't believe in military or any borders. I think the freedom of people around the world is that we need to interact and mingle, and these rules are insane. Now we have borders that keep people away from people, or out of this place or that place, or you can't come here, is an asinine way to look at this place. We are here to explore the world. You want to create something? You want to film something like I'm doing? That's a passion of yours. Go do it. I'm doing mine. But nobody has to do anything. There's a system to make more people rich while you suffer and work harder and longer and get less. And I mean, you're literally paying to live in a system that's been created around the monetary system. You're literally paying to live. We've already discussed it as episode 1 or 2 or 3. But what do you think about it? How can we bring humanity back to humanity? How could the consciousness shift to focus on things that create and love and uplift and are filled with passion and kindness and love? Love, love, love. Write me an email. Send me an email. thehighlittle@gmail.com. I would love to hear your opinions, your voice. I want this to be an open discussion because we're the people. Hello? So in the meantime, take a deep breath and know that the people that need the help will stand up. They will get it. They will ask. They will get it. Let's empower people to stand up rather than have someone else do it. We have gotten too comfortable. We have gotten too complacent about how the world works, and we've let other people take over, take power, and it's time that the people notice, agree, and do something about it. Change is a fundamental part of life. Everything's changing in every second. The air that I was breathing 5 seconds ago might be in China by now. I don't know, but it ain't in front of me. So we can't be afraid of change. We can't be afraid of that unknown. Because we could be exciting. We could look forward to something. What can we create? What can we do? How much fun can we have? How much time is there to play? All the time? Fantastic. What do you want to do now? Go ahead. Go do it. That's life. Living is about doing what you love. It's not about following the rules to see if you can fit time to do what you love. No. I unsubscribe from that philosophy. I wish I had an opt-out button where I could just have a little piece of land and do whatever the fuck I want and not be bothered by anybody. That would be phenomenal. In fact, I'm looking to purchase a little land, so if anyone has 30 grand to lend me, let's talk. But I digress. What are your fears? What's holding you back? I want to open a dialogue and conversation about, what we can do to change our mindset. We don't have to change what we're doing unless you don't want to. I think we all want to, we just don't want to say it. So I'm saying it for you. It's not working. Elections don't work. It's the same regurgitated bullshit over on the news every day. I don't watch the news. I turned it on the other day. I almost had a heart attack. I could have killed myself, how depressing that was. Locally, I didn't, and I'm still here, and my heart's still ticking. There's got to be another way. There is another way. I just haven't found it yet. I'm on a journey, and I need more thinkers. I need more people to think with me. How can life open up? How can we be more free? Not how can we constrict more people and make it for them or that or the only thing for these people or those people, and those people can't talk to these people, and those people can't go over there because it's not their land. Well, fuck everything, man. We gotta fucking wake up and remember that life, you're gonna die. You are gonna die. Whether you vote for some schmuck to be in office or some amendment to be in some law book, it don't matter. Do you ever follow him? No. Does it ever fucking agree with you in your everyday life? Most likely not. So why do we keep arguing over politics? Just love one another, take care of one another, do everything for each other, and it'll all work out. Kumbaya, my friends. Kumbaya. I mean, why can't it be kumbaya? I see this younger generation, the millennials. I love how openly they are with their clothing and their fluidity of sexuality. I think that's fantastic. I think that should be embraced, and the people that have a problem with it should get the fuck out of office because they don't even know what the fuck they're doing and got their fucking fingers stuck up their ass so far, they don't even know that they're alive. Yeah, that's a bullshit. Let the young people, like I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Get the fuck out of the way, people, because you ain't making it work. These young people are brilliant. It's time we inspire them and let them talk and uplift them and get out of the way so we can let them create the future. It ain't up to 80-year-olds that I want to murder with a gun and I'm not a violent person. Get out of office, retire, go home, enjoy your kids, enjoy your family. It's time the shift in regiment changes and the people awake and take care of each other and don't rely on other people to do our business. I care for you. I hope you care for me. And sometimes I may get angry and we can work it out. But that's called living in life. Can't be afraid of living. And we're just dying to die. And that ain't fun either. I've been on that side too. I took LSD, it changed my life, November 11, 1995. Changed my point of view. Whole different topic. But, I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been down at the bottom and I've been on top. And I've been in the middle and I've been stuck. But if I don't say that, you might not know that there's someone else out there that's stuck too, because you're not afraid. You're not willing to open up your mouth and say something. We can't be afraid of each other. That's asinine. Say hello to someone when you walk down the street. What, are you going to kill you? What is someone saying hello to you going to kill you? I mean, I've seen people jump when someone says, I say hello to them. I'm like, Jesus, man, calm down. I'm just saying hi. Let's get back to the basics. Hi, hello, how are you doing? Good evening. Thank you, please. Bring back the manners. That would be nice. I understand everybody wants to do their own thing and to be something and be seen. But you're not going to be seen by trying to individuate yourself. Yeah, sure, you might get somewhere in the monetary system and that image of fame, and that might satisfy something for you, and that might be something you want. But have it be an expression of you. Don't do it for some other reason. I might have jumped a thought there, so forgive me. But we gotta let the lung association check out my lungs. We need to let the young people start leading. I am a Gen Xer, and we're the almost a missing generation. It's weird to be in the middle of, see both sides of the millennials and the baby boomers, and just see such the contrast that I do. The baby boomers are afraid, because they were the child of after a war. You're going to be afraid. You have the choice right at this moment whether we want to do that again to the next generation of kids or not. That is your choice. And I say let's stop that from happening. Because what I see in the creativity in the millennials, in the love and the compassion and the drive that they have, it's so inspiring to me. So let them have a say. Let's listen. Let's listen to them. And I hope that they would feel comfortable speaking honestly and openly and authentically to say their piece. Because I know for me, I didn't have that as a kid. It's a blessing when someone's willing to listen to you. My parents were there, but it's different when you finally understand what listening is. And, they weren't really there to listen to me. They had their agenda for my life. And that was fine. That's what I didn't know any different. But then when you get a choice and a consciousness to choose something else, you find your power, you find your empowerment. And mine is here talking. In how I express myself and my creativity. I want everyone to find themselves and to know themselves and love themselves. I'm still on the journey for myself. It's not been easy and it's not been hard. It's just been a journey. But you have to be willing to take that just as much as you got to be willing to put down a gun. It takes something. There's bravery in putting down the gun and not punching and not taking the punch. Or throwing the punch, I should say. There's bravery in that. There's love in that. There's love for yourself and for others, because why do we keep wanting to harm people? Yeah, I know there's times I want to kick people in the head, but I'm like, no, they're human. Can't do that. I'm not a violent person. I get angry. I get vicious, and sometimes I get vicious with my words. I'll be the first to admit it. But I have to get it out. If I don't get it out, it's going to be stuck in me. It's not necessarily about that other person. I get that idea. And it isn't for them. It's just sometimes you just got to say things. Maybe I'm on some spectrum I don't know about, and that's normal. So I go with that's normal. But it is not time to be silent. It's not time to be complacent. Shit's happening that we don't have the time for. We need to be growing and connecting and collaborating and getting back in touch with humanity. In touch. Not on a phone, not on an email, not on a text. Ooh, I almost ashed my plant. We got to get back in touch with each other. When's the last time you hugged somebody? When's the last time you kissed somebody? Now, maybe if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, it's a lot easier than it is for me. I got my dog. I kiss him as much as I can. Isn't that right, this good boy? Mwah. I love that dog so much. We got to bring love and just give it away. I'm not saying we're in the 60s back, but I ain't against that either. Hey! But like I said, I want to hear what you have to say. Send me an email at thehighlittleguy@gmail.com and let me know. Until for now, I should say, that is the high from the little guy. I'm going to get very high in a moment. And, in the meantime, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Know I love you, and good night. Y'all get it? All right, then.